What's up everyone, my name is Alex, I'm one of the co-founders of MyInvestingClub.com, and I want to let you guys know about something special we're doing for our viewers on YouTube. So the most common question we get asked is, how do I start day trading? So what me and my mentor Bao did is we create a free 2-hour mentorship course for the brand new trader. It's going to be available at myinvestingclub.co. The link is going to be right here. This is a free webinar that reveals our 12 secrets that every single brand new day trader should know before they start. I also want to let you guys know about something that's very unique to MIC. So if you have any questions about trading, or you're curious about trading, or you don't know if MIC is the right fit for you, now you can text our head mentor Tosh, whose number is going to be right here, and he'll answer all the questions that you have in less than 24 hours. Thank you and enjoy the video.
What's up guys, it's Tom Diesel here. I hope you guys had a great trading week this week. Today I'm gonna go over to one of the topic. I've been getting so many DMs from the members asking about this, and also I've seen a lot of questions in today's weekend mentoring session, and so I thought it could be a really good idea to go over them in detail so that you guys know exactly what I'm looking for, or know exactly what to look for, right? So the topic for today is how you can scale into low-hanging fruit. The low-hanging fruit is the setup that basically that's what MIC teaches, or I've done a video about that as well, and that's how I kind of grew my account from really small amount to pretty much a considerable good amount of money based on that strategy only. And so today we're gonna go over some chart, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how I would scale into them, and also the risk management part, and also what if your line didn't hit. It's like we try to use the outer lines the most, right? So let's get into this. Yeah, so one of the example here that I have, it was a few days back. I think it was like Wednesday. So what does low-hanging fruit mean? What is the true low-hanging fruit, right? That's this question's a lot of new members asking, but if you guys have been here long enough, you already know that. So the low-hanging fruit is the continuation of a day two play, right? So we want a stock to kind of gap up on whatever news, or farmer or whatever who's pumping that, and we see a huge move on day one, right? Basically that's a hot check on day one. So you can see that move on Wednesday pre-market here, and right at the open shoots up, and then basically the real idea behind this is we want the stock to become a hot check on day one, to be really extended, right? And then once stock is kind of crash, as you can see here, it dies off. It kind of died from Wednesday, and basically the big thesis behind that is we want the longs to get trapped, right? So all those who are longing here and there, here, they are all baggies, right? And as soon as stocks died, they became like a trap here, and they would really want to sell any pops into that the next mornings. That's the thesis behind the low-hanging fruit. And so we want a continuation on the broken stock on the day one, and we want for it to pop so that we can short the bounce, right? And once the stock bounce, those baggies, or those who are chasing longs here, they pretty much got stuck here, right, on day one, and they want to see a chance for them to pop back and to basically kind of get out of that trade. And so that's why we always prefer the good pop into the solid resistance or support. Based on that, that our baggies that who tried along here, or like here and there, they would probably to get a bell or like exit into. So I'm just gonna put an example here. Chris, right? The stock doesn't pop, but the real thesis behind this is we want to draw a clear support and resistance from the other day, right? From the day one. So what I can see here is as you can see here, this is the line. This is the resistance. Sorry, and TOS is really acting up lately, and I don't know why. All the wicks, late print. But you can see here, I try to use the whole and half dollar mark as well. So in this case, it's like the stock. Let's say this is the morning, right? The pre-market on Thursday. That's what we want to kind of short into the pops. So I would be looking at the first of all when the stock is at 1.8. The first line when I'm looking at is like 2, 2.5, and 3, right? So you can draw it down here, 2.5 and 3. I mean, those are the whole and half dollar mark, but you need to cope with them with the pivots. So I can't tell you what are the pivots on this one. As you can see here, the pivots are like 231. So that's why I said I would probably scaling into this line all the way to 2.5. Okay, probably the next pivot is 3, right? So it matches my criteria, and that's a whole and half dollar mark. Here I saw some resistance here as well. You can see some resistance 2.8 and 2.5, and so I want to use the pivot with the whole and half dollar mark, and those are usually very powerful, and I try to kind of scale into them. So the thesis or the plan behind this is really simple. You see the pivot here, 2.3, right? So I'm gonna scale that from 2.3 all the way to like 3, maybe risk over that. So let's say whatever, like you have, I don't know, 2.3 or like 2.5, 7, 75 or 3 here. Let's say you have 4 bullets, right? And how I usually kind of trade this is based on this. Since I'm using trade zero, right? And since I'm using trade zero and locates are a little bit more expensive, and usually the cheapest you can get is around like 2 cents or something like that. So I really don't want to be paying for that kind of amount, whatever the amount, 1,000 shares or 4,000 shares, and if you multiply that by 2 cents, 4,000 shares, that's $80, right? But I really don't want to locate kind of beforehand, unless I'm using Cobra like Bao, Alex, or everyone does, so they can get really cheap. So I can could locate some and just put my fantasy out there. But in this case, the locates are very expensive for me, so I have to kind of be careful with that, because there are so many hangers on the day, right? There could be 4 or 5, and if you locating on every single one of them, I mean, it's kind of adds up. And let's say 4 tickers, you spending on average like $50. It's already you already down $200, right? And for God knows if that one stock is gonna pop to that line, but that's the best case scenario, right? That's in perfect world scenario. And even if it did, I mean, let's say you have here 4 bullets, right? And 2.3, 1,000 shares here, another 1,000, another 1,000. But let's say if stock pops to 3 and it kind of fill your last bullet, I mean, you don't really want that to be happening. I mean, I've been there and I saw a lot of stock that once they pop, they do pop a lot more. And I mean, it's good to have a line there, but you can have you can put your fantasy out there. But if the last bullet hit, likely, I mean, you're gonna be really emotional after that, and I can guarantee you that, because I've been there, and I was scaling up, and once the last bullet hit, I was like pretty much panicking, because I'm in full size, right, when the stock is up. And so how can you be able to avoid that? I've been getting a lot of questions about this. Is like, Tom, the low-hanging fruit recently they don't even pop, but once they do pop, right, I got in like full size. But once they pop only to one line, I got in only my starter, but I got very small win. But once they kind of do pop all the way back, I'm down huge already. I'm usually down my full size, but I'm winning with my starter size. basically I think that's everyone is struggling with, and it's no easy way how to say it, because I don't know where stock or where it's gonna pop, right? I mean, the only thesis that I have is the probabilities that if it pops from 2.3 to 2, like to 3 here, the chances are it's gonna fail, right? That's are my probabilities. But how can I be able to take advantage of that when they come? Like, even what if they just pop to like 2.5, right? It doesn't even hit to my 3 line, but how can I take advantage of that and try to kind of use more size on those instead of just like one starter? All right, guys, so I see you on next one. Take care. Have a good one.
Thank you so much for watching our video. If you want to see more of our videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button here. We do our best to post a new video every single day. If you have any questions about MIC or any general trading questions, please text Tosh using the number here. Also, stay up to date by watching some of our most recent videos right over here.